Today I F up by not offering the right kind of help. I've been talking to this girl for about 2 weeks, and since we are in different cities, it was initially impossible to meet before she goes back to the US for her studies. In a surprising turn of events, she extended her stay in the country, which would mean I can catch her for a day before my vacation abroad, so we plan to meet on that day. I was surprised that she wanted a staycation, but I agreed to it since it seems fun. Let's call this Plan 1. Then as Valentine's and her birthday come close, I decided I'd like to go and spend a few days with her, to which she agreed and got us accommodation for a longer staycation. This was supposed to help today. Let's call this Plan 2. So the schedule is Plan 2 happens before Plan 1. Here's where the frick up happens. She was having trouble booking another room for Plan 2 for the night before so that we don't have to wait for a 3 p.m. check-in when I'm arriving very early in the morning. The problem is her card was having issues. She said she contacted support and will try again later. I'm like, okay, I can book it for you if you want. She says it's okay. Later that night, she calls me asking for me to transfer money to her bank so she can try and pay for it there to see if the problem is the app or if it's her card. I said I can't because I don't have the money in my account. This account was what I had when I was in college, but my current savings account is at another bank where I did not opt for online banking because they seem to get hacked a lot, plus they require a password change like every 2 weeks as a safety measure. Anyway, here I thought the problem was with the booking app. She's contacted support, and anytime I asked, she said it's fine or I'm not stressed or similar, so okay. What else can I do? I offered to book it for her with my card, but she says she doesn't want me to, so I don't. She ends the call saying she's disappointed and then gives me the silent treatment. Come morning time, I was still getting the silent treatment and I did not know why. I asked how I can make it up to her. She said there's nothing I can do. Meanwhile, she goes on about how help should be given automatically and not asked for, or else it's not help. So I was like, okay, maybe she wants me to book the place without asking her, so I did. Then she gets even more mad at me saying I did not ask for her consent. So I canceled it. It's free cancellation anyway. Now I'm confused AF. What is she mad about exactly? All of a sudden she says she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. This was literally the day before the trip, less than 24 hours to go. She asked me to call to say goodbyes. I called and asked what was up, and she said she saw red flags, so she's uncomfortable already. I'm like, damn, okay, I'm not going to push it, but I'd at least like to know what I did. She then goes on to say that I did not give her the help she needed the night before. This was even more confusing since I know I tried my best and offered alternatives, to which she rejected. Anytime I would explain, she would be mad like, see, it's always I thought or ifs and buts when I was very clear, and there shouldn't be misunderstandings. It's not my fault you misunderstood what I needed. All the while, I was still there thinking about what the fuck she actually wanted from me. So I asked her what she wanted or expected, and she says nothing and goes on about how she needed help, but I didn't give her the right kind of help. For example, if she needed water, I was giving her food. Wait, first subscribe for more Reddit stories. Now back to the story. I was still confused after, but by this time I'm super turned off by how unclear the communication is. I ask her if she 100% wants to call it off for sure, and she says yes. I don't protest or fight against it, which leads to another, if you wanted to, there would be no ifs or buts. I'm sitting there thinking, girl, I can't force you to like me if you don't want it anymore, WTFL mail. I canceled my flight. The bookings were non-refundable, setting me back around $450. I feel like a dumbass. Expensive lesson learned. As it turns out, what she wanted was help with her card to figure out what was wrong and not help with the booking. I don't understand why she couldn't have just clarified that, but whatever. Besides, I wouldn't know what else to do regarding that. She's already contacted support for it. It sucks that not having enough money in my one bank account is what caused all this. As a reminder, I have not maintained this account in years, but it was what I had online banking access to. It's so inactive I got 2 to 3 letters in 7 years to withdraw or deposit, so they don't deactivate it, LOL.